In October 1990, in the forests of northern Rwanda, the Rwandan rebel army, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, known as the Inkotanyi, were fighting the Rwandan armed forces and their allies the French and Mobutu Zaire. For France, this was merely securing their interests in their former colony. The mainly Tutsi-led RPF, led by General Paul Kagame, would not forget Mobutu's mingling in Rwandan affairs. The civil war culminated with the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, and the Rwandan Patriotic Front marched victorious into Kigali by the end of the war. By the end of the war, the French launched Operation Tokas in southern Rwanda, which the government in Kigali and the army of Rwanda used to flee into eastern Congo on the border of Congo and Rwanda. The Rwandan Patriotic Front saw this as a French last resort to undermine the legitimacy of their new government. In 1996, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, now in power, faced a potential conflict in the Congo-Rwanda border, where a majority of the Hutu refugees and the former army had fled to. Rwanda had asked Mobutu to disarm and relocate the refugees, which he refused. Paul Kagame went to the UN Security Council to seek a resolution to no avail. Kagame and his army commander of the now Rwanda Patriotic Army took matters into their own hands with a military solution. The 25-year-old James Kabarebe, until then just a private secretary to Kagame during the civil war, was made a commanding officer of the new war against Mobutu. Uganda was instrumental in introducing Kabila, then just a mere rebel leader, to the Rwandans. Kabila, a Congolese, was made a leader of the new movement born in Rwanda, the Alliance of Democratic Forces for the Liberation of Congo, AFDL. All the military decisions were made in Kigali, within the Ministry of Defense in Kigali, as the head of all operations inside Congo. With the collapse of the Soviet Union, the Americans saw this as an opportunity to increase their sphere of influence in Africa. The Americans had all along supported the French in Congo. The Americans now had switched sides to support the Rwandans logistically by airdropping equipment at the front. Later, they had started the C-130 airdrops from the Kigali airport. Rwandans had three army groups which targeted Goma. The second army group targeted Bukavu. The third army group targeted Uvira. The first army group took Mukunga district in Ngoma, and this led to Rwandan refugees returning to Rwanda. As the Rwandans and their allies advanced into Waza and Isiro, they fought with Mobutu's Western mercenaries and defeated them. The Rwandans captured Congo's second largest city, Kisangani, rich in minerals. Pictured here in Kisangari's stadium, the Rwandan commanding officer James Kabarebe with Congolese son of Laurent Kabila. America pressured Mobutu to peacefully hand over power to Kabila, of which he refused. South Africa's Nelson Mandela stepped in and tried to mediate with talks between Kabila and Mobutu, held aboard a frigate in Cape Town, South Africa. As the talks collapsed, General Mahele was appointed by Mobutu to deal with the rebellion. General Mahele communicated with the Rwandese to surrender Kinshasa, the capital of Congo, to the Rwandans, as he saw no easy fight out of this. The Rwandans were easily handed over Kinshasa without a fight as their forces entered the city to the cheers in the streets. This campaign saw one of the smallest countries in Africa take on Congo, a country 18 times its size, and conquered it within 6 months.